Good evening. We begin tonight here with the breaking news. This powerful storm in the east, dangerous winds, several vehicles set on fire by downed power lines. Also, the Jeffrey Epstein files released. What's in them so far? But we do begin tonight with the U.S. launching this massive military strike against dozens of ISIS targets in central Syria. Retaliation for the deadly ambush that killed 2 American soldiers and their U.S. interpreter. Tonight, U.S. Central Command says American forces are actively executing a large-scale strike against weapons and ISIS infrastructure. A U.S. official telling ABC News the strike involves fighter jets, attack helicopters, artillery, and dozens of targets. This all comes after that attack last Saturday. Sergeant William Howard and Sergeant Edgar Torres Tovar, both of Iowa, and their U.S. interpreter killed by a lone ISIS gunman. They were the first U.S. combat deaths in Syria since 2019 and since the fall of President Bashar al-Assad. President Trump attending their dignified transfer just this week. Tonight, this massive U.S. military response now underway. Mary Bruce leading us off from the White House.
Tonight, the video just coming in of the massive U.S. attack on dozens of ISIS targets across central Syria. Retaliation for last Saturday's ISIS ambush that left 3 Americans dead, 2 U.S. service members and their civilian interpreter. U.S. fighter jets and attack helicopters unleashing airstrikes, missiles and artillery hitting ISIS weapons facilities and infrastructure, according to a U.S. official. At least 70 targets hit. President Trump tonight saying the United States is inflicting very serious retaliation, just as I promised, on the murderous terrorists responsible, adding all terrorists who are evil enough to attack Americans are hereby warned. You will be hit harder than you have ever been hit before if you in any way attack or threaten the USA. Tonight, the Pentagon calling it Operation Hawkeye Strike in honor of those 2 Iowa National Guard soldiers killed in that ISIS ambush, along with 1 U.S. civilian interpreter. Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing the assault on social media, saying this is not the beginning of a war, it is a declaration of vengeance. The retaliatory strikes coming after officials say a lone ISIS gunman killed the 3 Americans and wounded 3 others while they were on patrol in Palmyra, Syria, supporting counterterrorism operations against the Islamic State. They were the first U.S. combat deaths in Syria since 2019. It was just 2 days ago that their remains were flown back home to the U.S., the president there with their families for the dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base. And tonight, the White House says the president is now delivering on his promise to avenge their deaths. So again, David, this is a major ongoing military operation. We're told many targets have been hit, that the scope of this is significant. The big question now tonight, how will ISIS respond? David.
Mary Bruce leading us off with the breaking news tonight. Mary, thank you.